All right, congratulations on BuyBust, you guys.
Yes,
you.
thank
Yes.
you, thank you.
I saw the film. Talk a bit about the challenges of the logistic wise, because it's kind of compact kind of places, right? That you guys had the action sequences in.
Yeah, the place is quite like the labyrinth explained in the film,
Yes.
and I think the challenge there is the constant rain
Mm.
because we've been shooting on and off with rain, and the actors are just having a tough time.
Talk a bit about that.
I think the rain was probably definitely one of the hardest challenges. The rain and the water, and then over and over again, because sometimes you're dry, then you're wet again. Sometimes you're not wet enough. It didn't make sense. How are you not wet enough? So
Because before the take, they had to get wet first, right?
so it was definitely fun. Really, really fun though.
Talk a bit about the fighting styles, because I love fighting movies. Talk about what do you guys incorporate in this?
Oh well, we touched upon some of the Filipino martial arts, the Piquetetir, the Kali,
Okay.
and but we didn't want it to be like a martial arts film.
Mm.
I've always wanted to describe it as a zombie film without zombies, and it's really just an action film. So, but we also want to showcase what's Filipino, right? So. We mixed it up with some of the fights. Brandon had his fight with sticks.
Yes.
Of course, he had to bring in his own style as well from the ring. Anne had to study knife fighting because we don't do like flying kicks and stuff. The Filipino martial arts, I mean.
We're not.
Yeah, yeah. We usually just go out and brawl and, pick up whatever. I think that one is. A lot of the elements in the film use that, like weaponizing anything, like the umbrella that he fought with.
Tell me about your experience with the fighting styles.
It was very fluid for not being choreographed.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It seems like he struck a perfect balance of what would happen in real life between people who had no skills,
Yeah.
certain people who did have skills but had to defend against an army of individuals. So it's a true to life experience on the action of the violence in the movie. So I think everyone can appreciate it. It's not so dance like, which makes it awesome.
Eric, talk to me about. I'm Indonesian. I've always wanted to visit my
okay.
neighboring country, Philippines. Yeah, so that's in my bucket list.
That's why you look like Filipino.
Islanders. I can't help it.
So, is there any social commentary stuff that you want to try to convey through this movie? Because it seems like there's some, maybe economic inequalities to it, or what is it?
Of course, generally we decided to tackle the war on drugs. The film started way before we had a really controversial war on drugs in the Philippines, and so while we were filming, I was rewriting it so that it doesn't look insensitive in a way that our film doesn't look irresponsible, that we're just doing a popcorn entertainment that doesn't comment on anything that's happening around us. But the tough part is not to make it politicized, make the whole film politicized, because after all, it's a point A to point B, fun, real time movie, right? So we had to be. The challenge was really to weed out all prejudices and just come up with what we think is what's good and what's wrong about the war on drugs in general.
I like that.
Yeah.
Here's a fan question for you as an actor. Talk a bit about your training, your rehearsal. Did you get like a boot camp? Because I saw the beginning parts of the movie, right? That whole thing with the SWAT moves thing. What did you guys do as actors, you and your co-stars?
We got to do, so Ann and I, we got to train probably about for 6 months or more in Filipino martial arts with the PTK Tirsha guys. Everything from the knife, empty hand, to Kali, to training with our special forces teams in Fort Masaysay, and I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting another special teams place that we went to, but
Scout Rangers.
Scout Rangers.
Yeah, the Scout Rangers.
So we got to train with a whole slew of people. So everything we did, even on set, we had PDEA agents on set, we had PNP police on set, always correcting everything to make sure that we were fundamentally and technically sound, as close to the real thing as possible.
Even
so,
the lingo. Even the lingo was crucial.
Yeah, you know, so it was just as true to life as you can really, really get. And all of the training, all of the action, all of the stunts that we did, we put hours and hours of practice and rehearsals into that.
Yeah, the film, we shot it for maybe 54, 55 days. But the rehearsals were around 40, 42 days.
Nice.
As well, because we don't want to figure out the fight scenes during the shooting. So we had to prepare for it a little farther.
I like that. This I hope this will have that effect that the raid had about Indonesia.
Yeah.
About Filipino.
Yes, I think that's what we're up against. I think when we decided to do a full-on action film, we wanted the kind of urgency that the raid had, but we wanted to make it our own. We want the film BuyBust to find its niche somewhere, and hopefully we succeeded.
As I'm winding down to my final questions, gotta ask this: female hero. Well, what's the decision behind having a female hero in this lead hero in this film?
Me, on a personal level, my films are always like masculine, very masculine. So a lot of people, I'm mostly judged to the point of being too macho, testosterone filled. My films are like that. So for this film, I deliberately decided I'm gonna go for a female lead, just so but I don't also want it to be a gender story. Just getting a female lead and just telling the story from the point of view of the female lead is enough, I think, of a gender story, but without real comparison between who's better, the male, the female, or whatever. So I wanted to be equal about it. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Last question. Will there be a sequel? Is there a BuyBust 2?
Come and watch the film so that we get a sequel.
I like that. Go, buy the tickets, watch them in the theater, so we can get number 2 out to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Thank you very